Okay, so if those things are clear to you, so then we can continue on multiplying by 111, right? Let me provide you another example for you. As an example, if 132 will be multiplied by 111, what will be the answer? Can anyone answer this question? It's very simple. This number and this number, they are near to 100. So that the difference between this number and this number, it will be 32, right? Same as the difference between 111 and 100, it will be 11. Now, what we have to do is we have to multiply the differences together, right? So if we multiply 32 times 11, we know that this 32 times 11, it will be very easy. 2 will come over here. 3 plus 2, it will be 5. And this 3 will come like this as it is. So then the answer will be 352. What we have to do is we have to only write this number as a 2-digit number. So then it will become as 52. That 52 will come over here. And then this 3, this will be a reminder, right? So this 3 will be a reminder. Now, what we have to do is we have to add this number and this number together. If we do that, 132 plus 11, it will be 143, right? So 143 plus, we have to add this reminder. So then that will be 146, right? So the answer will be 14,652, right? This is how we exactly do this calculation. Whatever the more than 111, if you are going to multiply those numbers by 111, this is the way we can do these things. Yeah, what is the question?
Can you please explain it again, sir? I didn't get it.
Yeah, okay. So let me provide you another example so that we can understand this one more. So, okay. Okay, let's say we are going to multiply 121 times 111. It's very simple, right? So these numbers, if you are going to multiply this number by 111, it's very simple, right? These two numbers are near to 100. So we have to obtain 100 like this. And then after, we have to find the difference in between this one and this one. It's obvious that the difference between 111 and 100, it will be 11, right? Now, same as we have to do that one for this as well. As an example, 121 and 100, the difference will be 21, right? After we have obtained these differences, what we have to do is we have to multiply those two differences together. If we are going to do that so, and 21 will be multiplied by 11, right? In our previous class, in our previous session, we have learned that how we can multiply that 21 and 11, right? In our previous session, we have learned how we can calculate, how we can multiply any number by 11, right? Let me provide you that technique for you. If we are going to multiply any number, let's say 212 by 11, it's very simple, right? If you saw any number, and then if you are going to multiply that by 11, and then you are lucky. Why? Because it's very simple, right? So we are going to see this one and write it as it is, 2. And then after, we have to add this and this together. So 2 plus 1, it will be 3. Likewise, 2 plus 1, it will be 3. We have to add these two numbers together and write it down here. After that, what we have done on this final digit, we have to do the same on the first digit as well. So that we have to see, okay, this is 2, and the same digit will come over here like this. So then the answer will become as 2332, right? So this is how we exactly calculate any number, exactly multiply any number by 11, right? Sorry, let me erase these things, right? Very simple. So how much can you answer me? How much it will be? 31 times 11. How much it will be? 31 times 11. What is the answer? What is the answer? 31 times 11. What is the answer?
341.
Yeah, 341. 31 times 11. Very simple. 1 will come over here. 3 will come over here. In between, we have to find the between number, this middle number. That will be addition of these two things. So 3 plus 1, that will be 4. So 341. If there are some kind of reminders, and then we have to add them with the next number, right? We saw these things in our previous class. So if you are new to this class, you can visit our first session and learn those techniques, and then apply those techniques in this particular technique, right? Okay, so now if we come to this one, 21 should be multiplied by 11. So what is the answer? Can anyone say that? What is the answer for that? 21 times
231.
231.
31.
Is it correct? Can anyone confirm that, whether it is correct or not?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, it's correct. 231. It's very simple. 2, 3, 1. Okay, 231. But we cannot write 231 as it is. Why? Because we can only write that number as a 2-digit number here. We cannot write it as a 3-digit number. If it is a 3-digit number, what we have to do is we have to make that third digit, that hundredths digit, it will be a reminder, right? So that only 31 will become here. 2 will be a reminder, right? Now it's very simple, right? We have to add this one and the next number's difference, 121 and 11, or we have to add this number 111 and the another number's difference, 21, right? Both the numbers, both the options will result as same answer, right? As an example, 121 plus 11, it will be 132. Similarly, 111 plus 21, that will become as 132 as well, right? So all these answers are same. So that will be the answer, 132. Is it correct or not? 132 is the right answer or not? No.
No, sir.
Why?
It is correct, but we have to add the reminder to that.
Yeah,
So it will be
then it's
100.
wrong. Yeah, then it's wrong. It's not the right answer, right? 132 is not the right answer. What with that 132, we have to add this reminder. Do not forget to add that number, right? So that it will be 134. That is the answer, right? So let me provide you a quick example for this one. Maybe 112 times 111. What is the answer? So it will be 2, it will be 3, and then 1 will be a reminder, 112 plus 11, 123 plus 1, 124. Is this correct or not? Can anyone check this and comment me on this? 12,432. Very, very simple. Okay.
Yes, it's correct.
Yeah. Can anyone provide me the answer for this one? 113 times 11. 111. What is the answer for this? 12,000? 12,000 how much?
543.
543. Yeah. 12,543. How did I do that? Or how did he do that? It's very simple, right? The difference between 100 and 113, it will be 13. The difference between 111 and 100, it will be 11. Now we have to multiply these two differences together and write the answer as a 2-digit number over here. So that will be 3. 3 plus 1, that will be 4. And then this one will come over here. But we don't write that number because that is a reminder. Keep in mind that that is a reminder. And then after, we have to add this one and the next number's difference. So 113 plus 11, that will be 124 plus 1, 125. Right? So how can I add these two numbers together faster? How can I do that? Maybe addition is hard. How can I do that? How can I do that? It's very simple. You can find that answer from our previous session, right? If I go back to that previous slide so that you can understand it further, right?
Left to right arithmetic.
To right arithmetic, we have to use that one, right? Here, as you can see, if we are going to add those two numbers together, we have to use that left to right arithmetic technique, right? So we have to add it like this arrow indicates, like 20 plus 40, it will be 60. 60 plus 4, it will be 64. 64 plus 7, it will be 71. So this arrow indicates we have to add them together. If we follow the same technique for adding those numbers, as an example, 113 plus 11, we have to do the same, right? So we have to write an arrow like this in our mind, not on the paper, right? You have to think like this, arrow indicates, and 100 plus 10, so it will be 110, and then this one is also 10. So 120 plus 3, 123, 123 plus 1, it will be 124, right? That is how you add it. This is how what I process on my mind, right? If I am adding something, this is how I process. But I don't write anything, right? Even writing with the mouse, it's harder for me, right? I'm not writing anything. Just I'm processing these things from my mind. If I'm going to add something, after that, I will provide you the answer, right? It's very simple. So do some practices in these things. So then you will become an expert in these things, right? So hope you understand about that one. Even if you don't understand anything, you can ask me question. I like asking questions, right? So then it will be challenging for me. If you don't understand anything, you can directly ask me questions. Okay. So now we are going to learn how we can multiply the numbers more than 111, right? Maybe as an example, I can calculate up to a certain point, but here I'm going to provide you more than 111 and 119. I'm going to limit this, right? I'm going to limit this to this one, right? So if you find any numbers that those are relying in between this range, and then it will be easy, right? As an example, let me explain this to you. It's very simple. Huh? No need to worry about these things. It's very simple. Let's say if we are going to multiply 113 times 112, right? It's very simple. I think it's better to explain the previous technique before we get into this one. Okay, so let me explain the previous technique that we saw on our previous session. Let me clear these things, right? If we are going to multiply any number that are relying in between 11 and 19, it's very simple, right? What we have to do is, as an example, if you are going to multiply 12 times 14, it's very simple. Why? Because these two numbers are relying in between this range, right? So now what we have to do is we have to multiply this one and this one together. So what is the answer? 4 times 2, it will be 8. 8 will come over here, right? After that, we have to add this number and this number together. So that it will be 4 plus 2, that will be 6. That 6 will come over here. And then after, we have to multiply this number and this number, that will always become as 1. If there are no reminders available, then 1 times 1, it will be 1. So this is the answer, 168. First, we have to multiply these two things, and then we have to add those two things, and then we have to multiply these two things. That's it. That's the technique, right? So maybe what is the answer for this one? 13 times 13. What is the answer? First, we have to multiply these two things. So it will be 9. And then we have to add these two things. So then it will be 6. And then after, we have to multiply these two numbers. So then it will become as 1. So the final answer will be 169. So this is how we exactly calculate the numbers that those are relying in between 11 and 19, right? So can anyone say that how much it will be 14 times 14? What's the answer? 14 multiplied by 14. What's the answer?
96.
96. Yeah.
100.
Yeah. You can say that, right? So 4 times 4, it will be 16, but only we have to write it as a single digit. So then 1 will be a reminder. And now we have to add those two numbers. We have to add those last digits. So 4 plus 4, it will be 8. If we add that 1 with that 8, the answer will be 9. And then always we have to multiply this and this. So then it will be 1. So the final answer will become as 196. Right? Keep in mind this technique. And then we are going to apply this technique onto this technique. Right? Okay. Okay, let me explain this one. Okay, now we are going to multiply 113 times 112. It's very simple. These are near to 100. So then we have to obtain that 100 over here. After that, 113 and 100, we have to find the difference between those two numbers. How much it will be? How much it will be? How much? What is the difference between 113 or 100?
13.
Yeah,
13 and 12.
Yeah, I think I'm teaching to the OL students, right? Not for the grade 1 students, right? So hope you answer these questions. So 113 minus 100, it will be 13, right? Okay, now 112 and 100, what is the difference?
12.
Yeah, it will be 12. Now, what we have to do is we have to multiply that 13 and 12 together, right? That is how we have learned in the previous techniques, right? So what will be the answer for that? 13 times 12, what will be the answer?
156.
150.
Yeah, 156. First of all, we have to multiply those last numbers. So 3 times 2, it will be 6. And then we have to add those last numbers together. So 3 plus 2, it will be 5. And then we have to multiply the first two numbers, 1 times 1, it will be 152. Right? Okay. So, yeah, 156, right? So that we cannot write 156 as 156, right? Only that 56 will come over here, and then 1 will be a remainder, right? After that, we have to add this 113 and that 12. The next numbers difference. We have to add those two numbers together. So then after, the final answer will become as how much it will be? 100, 110, 20, 22, 5. So 125, right? So the answer will become as 125. But keep in mind that we have a remainder that is called as 1. And then we have to add that 1 with this number. So then the final answer will become as 126. Right? So is it clear for you, or do you have any question? If you don't understand anything, you can raise your hand so that I can explain this same technique again. Otherwise, I will go to the next technique. Anyone has any question? If you don't have any question, I will have questions, right? Okay. Obtain a whiteboard. Okay, how much it will be like 113 times 113? What is the answer? First, for this question, we will write something. And then for the next question, we will not going to write anything, right? So, okay, this will be 100 over here. The difference between 113 and 100, it will be 13. The difference between 113 and this 100, it will be 13. Now we have to multiply this 13 and this 13 together. So then the answer will become as 169, isn't it? Yeah, 169. So 69 only will come over here. 1 will be a remainder. Now we have to add 113 plus this 13. So it will be 126. And then if we add that remainder, it will be 127, right? So it will be 12,769. That is the answer, right? Can anyone say this one? What is 112 times 112? 12,000 how much? 12,000? How much? How much it is?
12,544.
544. That's the answer, right? So you know that 12 times 12, it will be 144. So this 44 will come over here, and then 1 will be a remainder. And if we add that 112 plus 12, that will be 124. And 124 plus 1, that will be 125, right? So that is how we calculate those things. Let me clear these things and let me provide you another example. What is 114 times 112? What is the answer? 4 times 2, it will be 8. 4 plus 2, it will be 6. 1 will be a remainder. And 114 plus 12, 126, plus 1, 127. Simple. That's it. If we are seeing this for the first time, of course, it will be harder, right? When we are practicing these things, it will be very easy. It will become very easy, right? So keep in mind that this is how we calculate those numbers. If we practice these things daily, maybe 10 or 20 examples per day, and then we will become experts, right? Okay, so that is up to this today's session, and we will meet on the next session. So the next session will be conducted on tomorrow at 8 p.m. So each Saturday and Sunday we have classes from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So please join on time. So however, I will provide you the recorded videos for the previous class and this class, so you can learn those techniques and apply on your future, right? So best of luck. Thank you for attending the session, right?
Thank you very much, sir. This means
Okay.
a lot.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
sir.